I'm Lawton Barnes, and you are in the metal shop. These are IGT Players Edge draw poker machines. Mostly built from the late 80s through the mid 90s, very popular in all the Las Vegas casinos. They turn up a lot of times used for sale. A lot of times I buy these and they've got stuff wrong with them. So I fix them up and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. Let's say you've just gotten one in, you've got it on your bench. On the lower right side of most machines, you'll find a plate showing the manufacturer, and it's very cool because it tells you the make and model of the machine as well as its date of manufacture. This one was March of 1994. Let me take a minute and show you the power cords on these machines because a lot of them get chewed up and torn up over the years. I'm going to pull this out so that we can see underneath it. If you've bought one of these machines and you found that some blockhead has cut the ground pin off of your cord or the cord's all chewed up and frayed, it's a real easy replacement. What's happening underneath here is that there's a hole where the cord goes up and it fits back into a slot like that. So when you're moving your machine, be careful that you don't pinch the cord right there. Realize that it's going to come through that slot. And also, if your cord is all chewed up and you need to replace it, it's very easy to do. It's just one of these. It's the D-shaped square computer cord. You're going to come up through the hole in the bottom, plug it into the power supply, and you'll have a brand new cord. So no excuse for frayed or ungrounded cords. All it takes is one of these. Let's plug it in, and we're going into a power strip there, and I got nothing. There's a power switch that's inside the machine, and to access it, you're going to need your keys. Hopefully, the seller provided the keys. If they did not, you're going to have to break into the machine. These things are built like little bank vaults, so that's a topic for another video. But for now, use your cylindrical or tubular key, open the door with this lever here, and when we come inside, in the very back there, where that orange sticker is, that's going to be the power switch. We'll close the machine. When you lock the door, it'll restart. And let's give it a try. And boom! And no double up on that hand. Our coin hopper is working well. So let's go and look at the coin hopper. When you open the machine, here's where your coin hopper is. These are very easy to remove. There is no hidden switch. There is no latch. You just grab by the handle and give it a good yank, and that's going to come right out. Behind the coin hopper is your power supply and your fuses. If you have a blown fuse, that could be an indicator of a more severe problem. This is the plug where the coin hopper slides into, and you can see on the coin hopper itself, that's the other side of the plug. These metal rails on the bottom will go right into those metal rails right there, and then boom, it's gonna go back in that easily. This is the Players Edge Plus series, and on the left side of your cabinet, you're going to find this is called the MPU board, the main processing unit. And on the top of the MPU board is going to be your volume knob right here. And then above that is the CRT monitor. Let me power down and show you how to remove the monitor. The way to get the monitor out is right here. There's a wiring harness that comes underneath and a plug that goes in here. I'm going to push a little tab down with my thumb and pull straight down. And that connector is going to come out of the bottom of the monitor. Now, once I've removed the connector, I'm going to use a very sophisticated technique here. It's called the old wiggle jiggle. I just wiggle and lift, and it's going to come right out like that. And I want you to look at the bottom of this. So, see how it has these 3 metal tabs? And in here, we have 3 metal slots. It's really that simple, tab to slot. And all you have to do is slide it in, just kind of find the right little sweet spot, and it'll drop right in and lock into place. And you can even see underneath that my 3 tabs have gone into the slots. If you go to remove your monitor, and it just does not budge. There is a Phillips screw sometimes that goes right up under the bottom here. In the 9 different machines I've had, all of the machines have had that screw removed and thrown away, but one of them did have it in place. So if the monitor doesn't move at all, get a Phillips screwdriver. There's a set screw underneath here. The same goes for the MPU board housing. There's a screw right here that can be used to lock that into position. And if that screw is intact, then it won't come out. But that's another one that most people generally remove once. And another part you may need to remove is the MPU board. That stands for Main Processing Unit. Now, all you do to remove that is grab this knob right here, give it a little jiggle, and lift. And then you're going to tilt it this way and slide right out of the machine. Okay, so this is the IGT PE Plus, Players Edge Plus MPU unit. By way of correct terminology, this is not a motherboard. There is a motherboard in this machine, and it is down here. This is the motherboard that the Players Edge board sits on top of, so this is correctly called the MPU, the Main Processing Unit. Couple of things about this board. There are other versions of this. There's a standard Players Edge, and there's a Players Edge Super board. This one is the basic Players Edge Plus. It's the most common board you'll find. And just to point out one thing here, this particular chip contains your game software, and you can see it labeled as PE Plus Poker, and there's a code on there, PPO158. That's the software that this machine is playing, which in this case I believe is a 4-of-a-kind bonus poker. There are dozens and dozens of different variations of these games. They're all 5-card draw, but there's a lot of variations in the number of wild cards you have or the types of pay tables that it returns. And a couple things I wanted to point out on the MPU board itself is that this right here is a battery. It's a very common point of failure. You'll get a message on the screen saying call attendant, low battery, and I'm going to do another video and show you how to replace that. And then also right here, this is the volume knob. And when it's in the machine, it's going to be up here where you can adjust it with your thumb. It can be difficult to see it from the outside, so remember that's your volume. What I'm doing here is I'm going to turn it all the way in that direction. That's probably like cranked up full volume. Turn it back this direction, it's going to be the lowest volume, and then set it right in the middle, and you should be good, and I'll show you how to dial it in later to get it just the way you want it. Putting this back in, inserting, I'm going to tilt it and get that monitor harness out of the way. I'm going to tilt it back toward the right, slide the bottom in first, align these tabs. Ensure that your tabs here and in the back are in the right place. Watch right there. See, that's about to pinch that wire, and I don't want to pinch that wire, so make sure that there's nothing getting pinched. And then you just set it down. You just push down, and it's going to seat right into its plugs automatically. This is called the coin comparator. And one of the things that differs from a lot of coin-operated machines is in this machine, it has a sample coin in it, which can come out. And this is how the system knows what kind of a coin to use. So when you put a quarter in here and it snaps into that position, now when you deposit a coin in the machine, it's comparing the diameter of your coin to the diameter of the sample coin that's in there to determine whether it's a slug or a valid quarter. These cabinets have fluorescent lighting, and you've probably dealt with fluorescent light fixtures before. There's a starter and a bulb. If one of your bulbs is out, the first thing I do is switch the bulb, then switch the starter. If it still doesn't work, then I'll show you where the ballast is later. Installing the monitor first, I'm going to set it right up here. Just slide it in, give it the old wiggle jiggle. The tabs will drop right into the slots, come underneath. There's your monitor connecting Molex cord. push that straight up, it locks into place. And finally, we'll reinstall the coin hopper by aligning those tracks and just pushing into place. And finally, we power up. Close the door. And when you lock it, it'll reboot. And we'll give it a play. We've got the flashing candle, meaning that the door has been opened. We're seeing an error message on the screen that says close or restart. All it really wants you to do is play a game. So drop a coin in. It's a little loud now from adjusting the volume, but it works. I'm going to keep that jack and deal again. Nada. One more time. Keep that pair of sixes and 2 pair. Yeah, I'm going to double up. I'm feeling lucky. Bam. And cash out, baby. No, I don't want to double up. Cash out.
Moving a poker or slot machine without throwing your back out of whack. Here's how the experts do it in this video from metalshop.poker.